to condition 10. This is not a drill. We are at condition 10.
What's up guys, King Retro here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to open up some brand new Matchbox moving parts that I was able to find at my local Walmart in the previous months and weeks of 2024. In this slot here we have a whole bunch of new models, recolors, and all kind of cool stuff. We're going to take a look at some emergency vehicles, some electric SUVs, some sports cars, and also some miscellaneous stuff like convertibles and vans. So without further ado, I'm going to install the camera. I'm going to take a look quickly at these vehicles on the package, and we're going to crack them open for a full loose review. So in no particular order, let's take a look at these vehicles on the package. The first one is this Volkswagen Fastback from 1965. This one is in the classic vintage green. A favorite from mine, this is the sea gray fire truck ladder. Pretty nice vehicle. As a matter of fact, I bought a few samples of this one. I was able to find in my local Walmart. And this is, I believe, new. This is the Citroen C4X electric SUV. A new color for the Dodge Ram ambulance. Always a favorite, also for collectors, especially emergency vehicle collectors. The Mazda RX7 from 1988 in convertible. This one is in the red. I think it was in white last year. And if you are lucky on this batch, you can also find the Super Chase Pontiac GTO. Honda S2000. This is also a popular model for collectors. This one is in blue. I believe this is new for this year also, the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. Could be wrong, because in Canada it's pretty difficult to keep track of all of these moving parts. Sometimes we skip batches, so we can also just we just hope to find what we can find, and that's the story. Anyway, the Bizarrini 5300 GT Corsa. This is definitely a new model, and it's a pretty cool looking vintage race car. Buick Riviera. This one is in salmon metallic pink. This one's the Lexus LX. This is basically a luxury Toyota Land Cruiser. The Alfa Romeo Stelvio. This is a new model for this year. You can also tell, start to add this on the package now, so it's easier to find which one is new and which one is not. This one's also new, the Custom AMX. This one's pretty nice, blue with the black hood. The Ford Focus RS, also new for this year. Pretty nice little car. And the last one is going to be this Ford Bronco, also new for this year. Alright, let's crack open stuff. Alright, the waste paper basket is ready. Let's start with the recolor first. So we're going to start with this Lexus. If it's too long for me to open the package, I will just skip the video for you guys, so it's going to be easier just to look at these cars. Now I think these are locked behind. Yeah, you have to push the vehicle out of the way, and I'm not really a fan of this because I'm always afraid to bend the wheels, but this is the way they are packaged in the store. So here we go, in the factory I mean. So this is not new model, this is just a new color. This is a nicely done casting by Matchbox. This one's quite heavy. The opening feature on this one is the tailgate, and it's quite stiff. And this is as far as it will open on this one. You can see this one has some baggage on the back. You always have to be careful also not to chip the paint on these hedges here. It could always happen. The interior seems to be also pretty nice. Definitely a change from the regular Matchbox line, when they are pretty basic interior, not very realistic. These ones seems to be much better on the more expensive model. This is the base of the vehicle. So that's for the Lexus. Let's move on to this electric Citroen next. Even though this is not my favorite style of packaging, I think it's much better than the previous one with the bubble stuff. Was just not a fan of this one, but this one's okay, I guess. Anyway, this is the Citroen. This one is the opening hood, and oh god, this one's also stiff. And here we go. This is how far it will open for this one, unfortunately. Let's see if we can take a peek under this battery block. Hopefully the camera can keep and get some detail for you guys. Seems that a lot of details are painted on this one. I see some black and yellow accents, some red on the back here. So interesting. Nice tampos on the front and back. Realistic Lee. This one has some sportier 5-spoke wheels. And pretty nice vehicle. It will fit nice in the diorama. Now let's keep going with this van here. Is pretty heavy. I'm really interested in opening this one up. It's also the first time I see it in person. Whoops. Oh god, look at this. This one's definitely different from the other ones. Let's put this aside. And yeah, this thing is a beast. Pretty heavy. All the black is die-cast basically. This one have a opening sliding door on the side. Let's see if it's going to cooperate. Seems to be quite a bit stuck. Come on. You have to push on it or something. Okay, give me a second. Okay, after a few minutes of struggle, I was finally able to open the sucker. It was essentially stuck. I don't know if some paint got into the mechanism. But anyway, so this is the vehicle when the door is open up. You can see some gear detail in the back of the van. And you can see it has some problems when you shut it and open it. Don't know what's oh, here we go. Might be a little bit trickier for this one to be working on, but anyway, the rest of the van is pretty cool. I like the tampos. These wheels are a little bit too off-roady to me, but I guess it goes with the style of this van, especially with the push bar and the extra light and the luggage rack on the top. And this is pretty heavy. This is the base, if you want to take a look at that. Anyway, let's move with some classic cars with this little Volkswagen. Make a little change. This is the square back casting. Was essentially a throwback model from the way back in the day when Matchbox used to do this model. I have one in my collection. I think it's in red with the extra lights on the front. This one obviously is a newer model of this classic Matchbox model. It looks good in this green color. I really wish it had a chrome base, especially for this price point. Good thing this stripe wiped off. This one have opening doors. Pretty basic interior. This is why I always didn't like the Matchbox when the first introduced moving parts. The interior was really cheap and not so detailed. They're much better now, you can see, with the newer vehicles, but when they first introduced this line, it was just not so great. So this is one of the models that suffer for that, but otherwise nice car, and it will join the other one I have in my collection. Alright, let's take a look at this Mazda. I'm curious for this one because I didn't get the last time. I got the Super Chase, but I didn't get this car that replaced the Super Chase normally. Let's put this thing back in the box, throw this in the garbage can. And yeah, this is a pretty cool little car. It's a little bit long, I will say. So it's longer than this Citroen SUV, but very nicely done. This one has the opening hood, and you can see this one does not open very far, unfortunately. But the engine seems to be painted in detail. Very unfortunate that we cannot take a better look. But that's the problem with these sometimes these mechanisms, they don't work very well. Definitely not work as well as the majorette, for sure. Really like the tampos on the back of this one. It's very detailed, realistic. And we have a chrome base on this one. Okay, so no chrome on this one, but chrome on this one. Go figure. Anyway, next one does have some chrome. It is the American Land Yacht Buick Riviera. This is a favorite of mine also. I really like collecting these classic cars from the 60s. And it's quite heavy. I think last year it was in I think black. Then it was also in the collector line this year in red. And now we have this one in the pink color. This one has opening doors. Simple interior. You can see the floor of this one. Interesting. Get your single mirror on one side, not on the underside. Drew quadruple headlights on this one. And tampos for the back. And a chrome shiny base on this one. Not too bad. Alright, this one's for you, the JDM fanboy. JDM fans also. This Honda S2000 convertible. Come on, open up. Don't be a dick. I think this one was also in the collector's line a few years ago. I think it was in yellow. It was pretty difficult to find, definitely, because it's popular JDM casting here in Canada. And this year we have it in a nice blue. Looks very nice. You can add a square in the back to make it like the Club R version. I think it was a very sought after version of the S2000 super performant version. So this one opening hood. This one opened way better than the Mazda. You can see the very nicely detailed engine on this one. You also have some transparent headlight. Looks like they probably take note on the major casting. And nicely tampos on the back for the rear. Interior is pretty nice too. There's the base. Anyway, so that's that. Alright, let's switch to emergency vehicle. The Seagrave fire truck. Really like this truck. I was super excited when Matchbox introduced this casting when it first debuted in a few years ago. I think 2019 or 2020. I don't remember. It was a few years ago. It was in the El Segundo Fire Rescue livery. Does it go like this? It should go further back. Come on. Here we go. So stiff. Let's put it in the trash can. Now, if you notice, this one, it does have a carryover deco that was used in several other Matchbox emergency vehicle. This one is the Matchbox Fire Rescue, El Segundo, California. And this livery here was used also on the Dodge Ram ambulance that was from last year. It also came with the Convoy Megaton fire truck and the International ambulance. Same deco. And we also got this year, this one, the Freightliner tanker truck with this deco. So a nice, nicely done move by Matchbox. Pretty cool that they do that. So we can build a nice fire fleet with the same decoration. And hopefully they will also release a new 5-pack with maybe some fire chief and other rescue vehicle to add to these ones. This one have a very shiny chrome base. And the moving part on this one is obviously the ladder. That does extend, but this one's pretty stiff, so I'm going to keep it like this. Turn 360 degrees. And pretty cool. I just wish it had some tampos on the back. Make it even more cooler. But anyway, very nice truck. I love it. And I have a few other samples of this one. Speaking of the Ram ambulance, this is a new color for this one. This one's more of a generic Matchbox County ambulance, I believe. It says on the side of this one. This one's packed just like the Mercedes Sprinter, just because it's a heavier truck. Anyway, let's put this back in the trash can. And there we go. This is your big, huge ambulance, all die-cast metal. Love the tampons on the front. Matchbox County ambulance. Pretty cool. And look at that. We have some details on the back on this one. We have some chevron, some also some emergency lights. So pretty cool. Let's open those little doors. They are die-cast, which is ridiculous. But anyway, I'm gonna take them, I guess. Pretty cool. This is the interior of the ambulance with the seat and some medical equipment. They open it shut nicely. This is the base, if you want to take a look at that. So pretty nice ambulance. This casting was extremely difficult to find, the first release. This is this one in the Pale Original Paramedic series. This is my favorite so far because it's a Canadian livery, and I like the sheen, the paint scheme on this one. Also like the chrome bumper. But yeah, this one when it first came out, super difficult to find. I think I was only able to find it once, and that's it. Was gone. This deco was also re-released. You can see this one is the basic international ambulance, and it's the exact same deco, the Paramedic Peel Regional Service. Pretty cool. No details on the back of these ones, but that's okay. And they also released a new model this year, the Ford Interceptor Utility, and you can see same deco. Otherwise, this one have a different color of blue and orange than the other one. I don't really know why, but anyway. So three vehicles, same deco. So same thing as the fire rescue livery. So pretty cool. Now, if you ask me which one I want to see next, also coming back, gotta make more RCMP police car, especially 5-packs. Maybe you can do the Crown Victoria or the Explorer with this livery. It will be super awesome, and I'm sure these will sell out pretty quickly here in Canada. So anyway, that was just my opinion. Hopefully Matchbox will bring more on the line very soon. Alright, now we take a look at all of the recolors. So we're going to put these vehicles in the back, and we're going to take a look at the new model from the Matchbox moving part line for this year. We're going to start with this one, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, which I think is a pretty cool looking SUV. It's definitely more sexier than the German stuff. So anyway, I'm going to put this one out of the package. Put this off anyway. I'm going to deal with that later. So, Stelvio. This one is in a sexy red color, which is pretty typical for the Italian cars. Okay, refocus the camera because it doesn't focus very well. So yeah, typical red color, sexy color for Italian cars. This is the front. It's basically the same as the Giulia. This one features opening doors, and these one open just super nicely. I like that. This is the interior. They could have made an effort for the steering wheel. Seats are okay, but yeah, I like the way they deal with the doors. They open much nicer than some of these vehicles. Like the fact they also have side mirrors. Those 5-spoke wheels also looks nice. This one says Alfa Romeo on the license plate. And Stelvio here. Pretty basic base with a whole bunch of copyright stuff. Anyway, so this is the Stelvio. Next, we're gonna take a look at this Ford Focus RS sports car. I think Hot Wheels did one a few years ago. It was a different model year than this one, and definitely a shorter base. But anyway, this one's cool. This is in the nice racing blue. Very tiny license plate underneath this one. I don't know if you can. There we go. Can take it. What does this say? 60R4 RS, I believe, with the 4 badge on the over here and the RS here. This one have the 6-spoke wheels, and this one have the opening hood. Seems to be very flush with the bumper. Let's see if we can open this up. There we go. Good thing I didn't scratch the paint on this one. Oh, look at that. Nicely done engine. This one opens wider, so I like that. You can take a good look underneath the hood. Let's see if it shuts nicely. Yeah, pretty good. This is the base. And a nice little car. I like it. Alright, next. The Ford Bronco. Ford Bronco. Let's put this bad boy out of the box. This is not an all-white Bronco, so it's not OG's one. So you won't see this vehicle with the police in the back chasing it. This one also have the opening hood. Open nicely. This one's more, it's a painted engine with the big radiator. Come on, camera. Can do better. There we go. I'll try to put some light underneath this thing. You can see nicely painted engine with the battery box and the radiator. Hood is super nicely fit, flush with the corner panel here. Got some striping with the turn signal, little Ford Bronco badge here. This piece here does not remove, it's plastic though, so it's a separate piece, but unlike green light, you cannot remove it. And this one has a super shiny chrome base, and the is off-road 6-spoke wheels. Looks pretty similar to the Ford Focus RS one. Okay, kept the best one for last, the AMC Javelin. This is also a new model for this year. It's a pretty sweet one. And I think this one I have also some older Matchbox style wheels. I remember seeing these ones on the police car back in the 2000s. Yeah, looks pretty similar to that. Like this one. Nicely heavy car. Opening hood on this one. And nicely done engine. Look at that. Pretty cool. Also the hood opens higher. So that's cool. Disappointed it doesn't have any tempo on the front. I don't really know why. It does have this little Javelin emblem on the black painted hood, but nothing on the front, so that's quite disappointing. Got some striping on the side with the Javelin here. Some marker light, and this says 390 cubic inch. Oh, you do have taillight tempos though on this one. And chrome, separate chrome bumper, not part of the base. It only seems to be the part of the interior, so I don't really know how these connect together. But that's interesting. Anyway, pretty nice little car. I like it. And the last one, the Bizarrini 5300 GT Corsa Revival racing car, which has the exact same wheel as the Javelin, surprisingly. And put this back on the box. This one has the opening hood and opens like the Corvette. Look at that. More simple engine though, and this one seems to be painted gray with some orange and yellow accent. Whoops. Kind of difficult to see on the camera. Anyway. Very tiny part though. Pretty cool. Got your headlight tempos with the Bizarrini logo here on the middle. Got your turn signal. The Bizarrini logo again on the door, number 3. Oh, they also did the taillights on this one. Interesting. Number 3, Bizarrini. So I don't know if they put more budget on this racing car, but it looks pretty nice. It kind of remembers me of the Iso Grifo from back in the day, the Matchbox cars. Of these super sexy Italian car. I like the detail on the back here. It's pretty cool too. So anyway, nicely done car. I like it. And that's gonna be it for the video. So that's a lot of Matchbox new models and new colors. So what do you guys think? Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you are after any of these cars, happy hunting. Personally, really like this one. I think this is a pretty cool looking racing car. Obviously the Seagrey Firerider is a no-brainer. Kind of like this Mazda a lot also. It's pretty nicely proportioned. And the Javelin here, also pretty nice. Well, I mean, they are all a very nice car. But anyway. So what do you guys think? Which one's your favorite? Probably this one, eh? Anyway. Happy hunting everyone, and I will see you in the next video.